This morning we are in Kathmandu and we are going to Bhaktapur, one of the UNESCO heritage site. Check around the city. It's a very old ancient city and we are taking a taxi. The traffic is very chaotic in Kathmandu. At first I was thinking of renting a car and drive to Bhaktapur and several other places of interest, but looking at the traffic here, so I don't think I want to take that risk. So it's better to take a taxi. Okay, they pay a little bit more and then a bit more cumbersome, but I guess we can go there safely. That's the number one key point as a traveler: safety. Dubai Square. This is an ancient city. There used to be a kingdom here. Yeah, and then for photography session, I think this is a perfect setting to look at the old Nepal. at the Kathmandu area in the Dubai Square. Just on top of a restaurant, a cafe. Just had some honey ginger tea. And this is how it looks like from the top view. We are going back to Tamil after a whole day, whole morning. We have been here looking around this ancient old city. So I hope this will give you a really good idea what Dubai Square and how it looks like and why it's so famous and as a UNESCO heritage site. Taking a stroll after dinner, and I found one thing about Nepal is the bookstores here. It seems like the books here in Nepal and is pretty cheap in comparison to buying books in Malaysia. So that's good news. So if you're a bookworm and you love to buy books, I think you can buy in Nepal. And there's one particular bookstore that I would recommend. That is, they call it Nepal Book Depot. So it has a lot of variety of books. I think this is the most complete that I've come across in a bookstore. Now we are heading towards the Azad Bazaar, one of the local market for textiles. Yeah, at the Azad Bazaar and also in Kathmandu, Nepal, one of the things that I really want to buy is a copper cup made of copper entirely, and this has health benefits if you drink the water inside the copper cup. Good morning, everyone. Okay, this is Kathmandu. If you are Malaysian and the first time you're coming to Nepal and you do not know where you want to stay and how much the cost is going to be for expenditure on a per day basis, okay, this section of my video will address this. For every average Malaysian, when you want to come to Nepal right? You'll be worried, okay, you will want to book your hotel in advance, you'll book a 3-star, but in actual fact, you do need to, if you are on a budget or if you would like to become a backpacker. Anyway, if you are here for hiking, you are indeed a backpacker. There's no luxury at all, because even if you stay in a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star hotels in Kathmandu, but when you go up to the hiking trails and the tracks, there are no such big hotels. So you'll be staying in guest houses and tea houses. So my advice, based on my experience, when you come to Nepal for the first time, is always good that you try to stay in the guest house and you support the local entrepreneurs and local economy. Yeah. So for the cost of staying in a guest house, I will say it's about average about 1,000 rupee. It's a room with an attached bathroom with a hot shower with a fan. No aircon, no luxury for that, but you don't really need the aircon here. So for a room, it costs you about 1,000 rupee, equivalent to about 30 ringgit, 35 ringgit a night. And for the meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, you budget in another, say, 1,500 rupee at the minimum. Okay, so you'll be looking at about 2,500 rupees per day. So you're looking at about 80, 90 ringgit per night if you were to stay in Nepal at a guest house. So that's how cheap it can get, right? So that's the ideal scenario, and become a backpacker. I don't always stay in a 5-star hotels and resorts, okay? But at the same time, I also want to enjoy, the warmth of the people and the facilities that they offer at the guest house at a very modest price, a very modest living. So this is Nepal, okay? Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is when you go hiking like us, like me, we hired a porter and a guide. So you offload your shoulders to somebody to carry your luggages, okay? So your backpack, okay, is carried by somebody. So my advice is get a small little bag that you can put 1 bottle of water, your camera, that's it, nothing more. Right? If you carry too heavy, right, when you're walking like 5, 6, 7 hours a day, you'll find you get pain on the shoulder, body pain. Okay, so that's not worth it. Now for the Annapurna Circuit that I've done. Okay, so this circuit will require you to take about 3 weeks. Okay, there's 2 weeks up at the mountains, you go all the way up, and then you go to the Torongla Pass and come down. You finish the whole entire trek, 2 weeks. But you need to budget in, okay, just in case something happened, like you couldn't acclimatize and you're sick up in the mountain and you need to spend extra days there. So 2 weeks is just very enough. So you need about 3 weeks. So 3 weeks will give you ample time, okay, to slowly get up to the mountain, get your mission done, come down, celebrate, and you have more time for yourself to explore Pokhara, and you can come to explore Kathmandu. Every morning I'm enjoying my cup of coffee, very nice coffee in a guest house like this. So if you have never been a backpacker before and never stayed in a guest house before, well, you should try, or else you will never enjoy Nepal. So the beauty of coming over to Nepal is that these facilities are offering very reasonable and cheap, affordable prices for people to stay in the long term, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, even 2 months. So a guest house is a very ideal place where you should try out. As I mentioned earlier, support the local entrepreneurs and also learn to adapt yourself for hiking and become a backpacker. With regards to the food, every guest house they offer very good, tasty, local Nepali food, Tibetan food, and most of the local food here, they are very good. In the sense that they also have a variety of like Western food like pizzas, okay. And one very important thing is that tandoori chicken. I've been eating tandoori chicken almost every day because the tandoori chickens are so good and so tasty, because it's one of the food that the locals here, they are good in making. Yeah, so tandoori, and apart of that, they have some variety of thukpas, you know, soup noodles, and also Indian food as well, because Nepal is very close to India. There are a lot of influence from India as well. Look at Alex and what he's eating. That is the thukpa. He's eating thukpa. This is the noodle. So for guys like us, okay, and all the ladies, so if you're not used to, you feel that, you know, oh, guest house is dirty, you know, this fan, you know, it's old. Hey, yeah, okay, then you have to go for the more expensive hotels, okay, with aircon. But for a backpacker, okay, like us, as I mentioned, I don't always stay in a 5-star resorts or 5-star hotels. Times, okay, I would like to stay in these kind of places because of the warmth of the people and the food that they provide. Okay, example, yeah, you can see here, French toast, and I have my American breakfast. So the price is a fraction of the cost of a 3-star hotel, 4-star hotels. Yeah, so it's still good. Here is my American breakfast, served hot. So to finish off my American breakfast, a glass of juice, fresh fruit juice. So I hope the tips and the whole entire video have given you a very good outline of visiting Nepal, Kathmandu, and the Annapurna Circuit track. So with this, I hope you'll find time one day and make your dream come true to come here for hiking.
जस्तै गरी हराइ जाऊ